The Parsi population in India has fallen below 60,000. It is a steep demographic decline, accelerated by systemic failures within the community itself. Hospitals sit decaying, housing blocks are severely mismanaged, and trust leadership remains locked in nepotism. Instead of resolving these issues internally, disputes are draining community wealth through endless litigation. They end up here, in the highest courts, where battles over identity and assets drag on for years. Paigobar Spitman's Arthustra's Gathas offer a direct way out. These 3,700-year-old verses are not passive prayers. They are designed as an active blueprint for systemic reform. We can translate the Gathas' three core pillars, joyous truth, progressive action, and compassionate leadership, into a step-by-step community action plan to save these institutions. Step 1 is aligning with joyous truth. This means facing reality logically. Mathematically, the orthodox insistence on strict racial purity is an unsustainable stance for a shrinking population. The weight of this stark demographic reality falls heavily on everyday families. Currently, Parsi women who marry outside the faith face immediate excommunication. They are barred from entering the agiaries and the towers of silence. Yet Parsi men who intermarry retain their full religious identity and unrestricted access to community spaces. The cost of this policy spans generations. The children of intermarried women are explicitly denied their spiritual initiation into the Zoroastrian faith. To fix this, your first action step is to form local advocacy groups. You need to publicly demand an end to female excommunication and secure the inclusion of their children. Shifting the community dialogue from exclusion to spiritual inclusion is the only mathematical and moral path to secure the Parsi demographic future. Step 2 requires progressive action, the mandate to adapt ancient practices to current environmental and economic realities. We start with infrastructure. You must petition local trustees to open defunct, closed Parsi hospitals to the broader public. Operating these as cosmopolitan facilities generates the revenue needed to fund Parsi care. We also need to address the traditional last rites of Dokmenashini, which relied entirely on the natural ecosystem. Today, a 99% extinction of the local vulture population has caused a total ecological collapse at these sites, rendering the traditional exposure method unhygienic and non-viable. Your next action step is to demand that priests perform the traditional 4-day prayers for families who opt for alternative, dignified rites like cremation or burial. It is crucial that you do not take these institutional disputes to court. History shows that litigation quickly bankrupts Parsi trusts. This diagram illustrates a better path. By utilizing formal community mediation, you bypass the resource strain of litigation and move towards structural compromises on housing, hospitals, and rights. Clinging to defunct systems goes against Zarathustra's call for dynamic wisdom. Adapting physical infrastructure is necessary to keep the underlying spiritual intent alive. Step 3 is establishing compassionate leadership. We have to address the root cause of institutional decay, which is archaic, nepotistic trust governance. For example, under the 1841 Surat Trust Deed, trustees serve for life without any local elections. This democratic stagnation has led directly to property encroachment and mismanagement. The legal remedy is specific. Gather local residents to draft a Section 50A petition and submit it to the Charity Commissioner. It must make 2 demands: a modern, open voter register and immediate democratic elections for all trustees. Using statutory law to democratize leadership shifts power back to the community. It ensures trust assets are managed with accountability rather than entitlement. The Gathas were written as mantras. They are thought-provokers, designed to inspire real-world action, not passive meditation. We can take this ancient philosophy and build modern systemic action. The completed blueprint gives you 3 clear targets: demanding gender equality, modernizing hospitals and last rites, and legally democratizing trusts. The ultimate goal of these systemic reforms is preserving the core of the Zoroastrian faith and protecting its sacred spaces for future generations. You have the steps. Now download the petition templates in the description below and begin rebuilding your local community today.